Uh,
Prova.
okay. Please have a huge round of applause for Luca Iaconelli. Some fun facts. Apparently, Luca did a mistake this morning and wore unmatched shoes. I think he did the same mistake yesterday too. So maybe, you know, it's
I do it a lot of time.
And if you checked well, his talk name has a chili pepper on it. And actually yesterday, he was able to finish his pasta with chili.
Quite good, quite good.
Please give another round of applause for Luca and let's enjoy his talk.
Thank you. One second, sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm quite ready, sorry. Again. Okay, okay. Here we are, but this one is not going, I don't know why. Okay. Hello to everyone. This is the secret story of MDS case study. I'm working for Abilio and everything good? Okay. And for those who don't know them, Abilio with more than 26 million views is one of the biggest Italian companies specialized in the sale of real estate and capital goods, also from bankruptcy. Today I'm going to talk about building a huge Next application for a big company or brand. And so, why MDS? To answer this question, we need to jump back through 2018. I'm Luca Iaconelli. Everybody knows me as Lux or Lux d'Amore, depends. And this is like my first speech, so for sure the first one in English. I hope you enjoyed this journey. And okay, let's dive into this. So, you know it's not the same as it was. A famous quote from, exactly, Harry Styles. So, first of all, I'd like to start with kind of a message. So the passage of time affects on many things and changes its essence, and there's nothing wrong with that, just wisdom. For the sake of time, I'm just showing you some example of what has changed, and just to give you an idea, but of course there's much more. So let me give you some context. So, long story short, was mid-2018. We were a small digital agency, like 6 employees, as you can see in the brackets. The name of this digital agency was Mado. Spoiler, MDS, Mado Design System. Okay. So, suddenly something changed. Mado were acquired by IT Auction, and suddenly something changed again, because IT Auction were acquired by Neprix. But at the end, a new company comes to light, Abilio. So, quite good, no? Like, and please don't forget about a pandemia in the middle of everything. So, was quite challenging. I don't know if you've ever been acquired, but it's very cool. It's very cool. But it feels like you have just to work more, just to show you that, just to prove you're working, you know. So, this is why I needed yesterday, because we had to do a lot of work. So we started getting bigger, we added more developers, more designers, we started experimenting into UI, UX, and everyone with different seniorities, styles, and we also moved into several different technologies. So we came from PHP to Next.js, from PHP to Vue.js, from AngularJS to Vue.js, because Vue.js is the best, yeah? And we also started we also started using AWS, Cognito, DynamoDB, GraphQL, Algolia. We moved also repositories, so from Beanstalk to Bitbucket to Azure DevOps, also chat from Slack to Microsoft Teams. So this is not my fault, not my fault. So this is all that this project has faced, okay? So how to handle all of this in a big project? So here's some technology with some effects, just to to show you. So we have CloudFront, DynamoDB, Next, Node, CloudWatch, Cognito, Console, Algolia Search, GraphQL, Google Analytics, Tag Manager, Recaptcha, Optimize, Maps, Fonts, Publisher, a lot of technology all in the same website. We can say this. Okay, for sure, not PHP. So we choose to move on PHP. Okay. But yesterday was Laravel day, so Laravel is still okay. Okay, so we defined some main goals to achieve. The rebrand and redesign of our main website, we call them portals. Phase the acquisition, so changing the tech stack, database front-end and back-end tools, API, everything. We defining some common rules, some for everyone, so for consistency, coherence, and efficiency. And we also want to improve the developer and designer experience. The third goal was to handle one portal, so a public website with more than, with also private pages and sections, with more than 1 million URLs. And all of these pages and routes are defined by CMS, so a backstore. Possibly multi-environment and multi-application, integrated with Algolia Search and other technologies by business requirements, and also integrated with third-party tools and for analytics and script, etc. And then handle more than one portal, also multi-language, with multi-language support, we hope. So, and also adopt best practice and performances. So, here we are. Mado Design System, so MDS, to match many goals and to allow everything to be fully customizable, our first choice was to find a way to clearly communicate and share standards, and that is a design system. So we built a collection of more than 50 reusable components, also pure components, so thank you, Anna, for the talk, and thinking also about accessibility, thank you also. And I don't remember your name. No, Jay-Z, okay. Oops. Yeah, Beyonce, yeah. Jay-Z, yeah. So, and they can be assembled together to build any number of applications. So like a big box of UI Lego pieces, you know. So new developers, new designers, new standard. We started fast with Vue Style Guidist. That is a framework that helps you define and create design systems, almost like Storybook. This was our first design system, and we choose server-side rendering with Next. Also the first time with server-side rendering and the other technology. So, as you can see here, maybe, a list of our components, and like Storybook, you can edit directly the code and see what's rendered. You can also see the props and events, slot, etc., etc. So there is also a timeline of events that we started the MDS in 2018, and then we had we did 3 portals and a design system in these last 4 years. So, as you can see, a lot of work was planned, and a design system was not enough. So the second feature I'd like to introduce you are linters, and I had to fight a lot for this, because I know maybe that maybe seems too much, but when you are introducing new developer and you are growing a lot, and everyone with different styles, seniority, etc., you have to maintain a lot of code, and this helps a lot. So I'll give you an example. I hope it's okay, quite good. So on the left, you can see a real code from a junior developer. And can you understand what's on the left? I challenge you to maintain a code like this. So this is also difficult to read on Git, because to trace what has changed, because many properties are the same row. So magically, with style lint, everything became more clear, and this is automatically done by Visual Studio Code on save. So we have everything ordered by property, so positioning, box modeling, typography, etc., etc. And better to read, huh? So you can apply this concept to everything else. So talking about HTML, you can write components in many different ways in Vue. Also props, you can define them by like camel case, Pascal case, etc. But it's better to have same rules for everyone, so it's easier to understand for anyone. Also, we have also for JavaScript. This helped a lot for coming to the new ECMAScript, for moving to the new ECMAScript, because we started when it was like quite new, so it was super helpful. And also we have a linter for commit, so you are forced to follow these rules and to do commit messages with these styles. We have also one for insensitive words, so like when you are, as you can see, if you type slave is not correct, so this will lint your code. Will suggest you something. And also we have a dictionary, so for typo errors and stuff like this. Extra, we did a custom we have customized Visual Studio Code icons. So on the left, you can see every portal has its own color and icon. And also on the left, it's easier for developers to understand which files are you working on, because every children of the Vue component is a file, is not a folder, is under its own file. So it's better to read. So for the developer, it's easier to identify in which project or in which file they are working on. So with all of this, we did it. It's alive. We started with Fallimenti. So our first portal was like this. And we came from this design to a brand new one. Super proud of my animations. And all of these choices also were super useful to build the next one. So, annunci industriali. I don't know why the first animation is slow, but okay. So we came from this one to this one. And as you can see, they have a lot in common. And this is why we choose a design system, because this is the power of the design system. We have to practice a lot with Nuxt, but we did it. We were able to create an extendable system that was well-fitting for us and for our company with Nuxt, and we were able to manage almost any configuration. And while cheating a bit on it and on its features, we were also able to handle with the CMS and the routing system. So because, as I said, these two websites have more than 1 million URLs to handle. And every route is managed by a mix between Algolia and the CMS. So we have also created a plugin capable of reading the data and some options received from these sources, so Algolia and the CMS, and to throw down algorithm to query what's extra needed. So maybe another query to Algolia or another one to CMS, to our CMS. Algolia is a service like for searching. But keep in mind, because with great powers come great responsibility. So everything was going well until we found something shocking. Shocking, okay. So, like 2 days after our release in production, here it comes. Imagine this big castle of new technology all in one, like Nuxt, Vue, Node, Cognito, AppSync, Amplify, GraphQL, Algolia, and even our self-made design system. I have to read because they are a lot. And this generic error, no? Like, what? Yeah, this one is a memory leak. So what it means, I don't know. Help me, no, I'm joking. So unlike platforms like PHP, Node.js applications are long-running processes. So while this has a lot of positive implications, such as allowing database connection to be set up once and then reused for all the requests, this may also cause some problems. So, talking about JavaScript objects and memory, okay. When a variable object refers to itself, this is called circular reference, yeah, and this could lead to a memory leak. So I don't know if you know, but a view component is like a big gigantic object. So my first thought was about us and about our code, about Vue, about the design system, and about Next. Because imagine, after more than a year of work from everyone in the team, and we had like this generic error for the client side after around every 100-page views. And every time we need to restart the server. So it took me a lot to handle to understand the V8 management system. Here you can see a screenshot from Google Chrome. It's very complicated, so let's zoom a bit in it. We have profiles with 2 snapshots. As you can see, the first one is about 80 megabytes. The second one is more than 1 gigabyte. And you can see also our component on the bottom, and on the top, maybe it's not really readable, but this is like you can see the delta memory is increasing because JavaScript is not able to release resources. So, fun facts, but not so funny. These are real snapshots from the original project, so that I used for my test. So, what I did, I cried a lot because it was quite challenging. So, okay, what I did, I cried a lot. I did more research about the V8 memory management and its ecosystem. I made a plugin to stress test our system, and I looked at almost every part of our code. But unfortunately, it was not enough. So I chose to start again from zero because I was in a dead end. So I choose to install one by one every single component, page, layout, plugin, everything in the project from zero. And after each addiction, a stress test. And now you are probably wondering, what have you found? Maybe. So it turns out that the Algolia server-side rendering plugin was our bottleneck, the guilty one. So also for everyone else using server-side rendering, so I think our website was like the first one so big using it. So they were attaching every object to the same instance of the same component. So as we already seen, it's not good. And by the way, we did it. No, we found a solution. We started looking back through the future. No. This is probably what I wanted to say, but apparently I opened like a Pandora box, you know. So digging inside, I also found a memory leak on the Apollo module. Apollo is a tool for querying GraphQL, and a memory leak from Vue Meta. And at the end, I also had a conversation with one of the 2 main contributors of Vue Router, and while talking with him, we found also a memory leak on the client side. So yes, memory leak could also happen only in client side, so in single page application. And and so keep in mind, yeah. But this was not enough. So here a bug in the Amazon Amplify package. Also here one in Amazon AppSync. And we also found a bug in Google Tag Manager, in the Google Tag Manager library, only used in server-side rendering with single page application navigation. So next. And we proposed a fix for it. Explosive, no? So in the end, the only one almost bug-free was our MDS and Next. So super proud of this. I'm happy to introduce you. Qimmo. Qimmo is our brand new most recent portal, and we came from this one to this one. And this is built, the third one built on top of our design system. And it also contains many upgrades and features that these updates and features are also released and inherited automatically by the other portals. So I will just introduce some of them. We have layers, lazy and partial hydration, and 2 plugins for performances. One example is worth 1,000 words. So talking about layers, you can imagine layers like anything. So like component, page layouts, features, or plugin. Layers are arranged in stacks, and they can be inherited, extended, or completely ignored. So they are useful if you need to develop something per portal or something shareable between them. Super. So in this example, you can see 2 different stores, and on the right, left, I don't know, you can see that the news, for example, are just a new one, and the other one are inherited. So you can also ignore, or this is just a simplification. And also, layers are also multi-environment. So as you can see, we have different Nuxt builds, so development, testing, and also different configuration per portal. Lazy hydration. On server-side rendering, the HTML is pre-rendered on a server. So hydration is a technique in which client-side JavaScript converts a static HTML web page into dynamic web page by attaching event handlers to the HTML elements. So here you can see hydrate only server-side rendering. So it's a component that don't need to have any event attached. So it could be just plain HTML, for example. Here on hydration, because this menu was super heavy to render, so we choose to hydrate only on interaction. So you do hydration only when there is a user interaction. This one is hydrate when idle. So when you want to queue the hydration during browser's idle period. So something that should be hydrated but can wait a bit. And for the rest, hydrate when visible. So when you want to delay hydration till HTML is visible to user. So for example, on scroll. We also, last but not least, during this project, also 2 modules were born. The first one collect the request and transform the response into a JSON file, useful for configuration and also for that data that is not intended to change too much. And this file is generated during the build process, so it's only requested when needed and only read once. So no extra weight for your code. And also this module was later highlighted by Sebastian Chopin, one of the 2 Nuxt founder. The second one instead is like one that was made to cheat a bit about Google Web Vitals, you know, performances and stuff like this. So it used dynamic rendering to boost performance for both bots and audits. So it also allows bots to download less resources and therefore to visit more pages. So it's quite useful. So results. All of this for what? So something good after all of this? Yes. This is why I'm here. So we came from something like this, and we had, I liked green, as you can see. So we did a lot of work, but it's quite good, I think. So, thank you. You can find our portals here, so if you want to see. Here are some resources. I added the slides 1 hour ago because I forgot to do it. So slides. Also, what is a memory leak, view style guidist, view lazy hydration, the 2 plugins, if you want. And I'd like to say thank you to who was with me during all of this, because beside website, there are humans. So thank you, my friends. They are here. And thank you for all of this opportunity. So
Let's give another round of applause. Thank you for the talk. Any question on stage? For the stage? Oh, one there.
I'm not ready for the questions. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Great work, by the way.
Thank you.
How do you share your design system between the many projects? Have you done a package or have you a monorepo with everything?
Now is a monorepo. We started with Lerna, but at the start was not. We started with like Tailwind, you know Tailwind, okay, and it was not fully compatible with Lerna, and also Next at that time was not fully compatible, and was also quite not good for developer experience because we were working a lot on the design system, so we had to push like every 2 hours something, you know. So it was quite slow to every time stop the project, npm install, and then start again for sharing the code now. So we choose to keep it in the same repository, but maybe now we are ready to move to something else. So maybe with Lerna or I don't know. But I'm not sure Next is fully compatible with Lerna. But maybe we will do a package. Yeah. Now it's installed like a module.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other question? Seems yes. No? Yes.
Jay-Z. Your name is Jay-Z. This is the question.
No, so it took around 5 years to get all of this done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
4 years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The pandemic, it adds or removes years. Doesn't matter. My question is, how much time the team had just to focus on this? Like, was your full-time work just to focus and get to this point?
Yes.
Wow.
So it was a lot of work.
Yeah, we do it 8 hours a week.
Yeah. Really?
It's nothing then.
Yeah,
I think it's going to take 15 years until my design system is done.
Probably, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Or maybe with Vue.try is better, I don't know. Okay. Let's talk later.
Any other question around? Okay. While you think of some question, I do have a question. So it seems that you have a lot of experience in digging around in the memory stack and identifying such errors. Do you have any tips, tricks, or things that you would recommend if any of us had to encounter such problems in the future?
My only tips could be to find the problem at the start, not at the end. This is just my only tips. Yeah, stress test and test. Also, better test.
Any other question?
Okay.
Well, then let's give another round of applause for Luca.